Designs by Amanda. I'm Amanda, and today I'm going to go through a little bit more of my setup of what I did with the Love Today planner from Stampin' Up. So I did get a few things stuck in here. I don't know if that's how I'll leave it or if that's just what I'm going to use for now. I put a few little reminder things. These I'll show you in a minute what these are for, in the little pocket here in the front. And then I have the bigger pocket, and a couple of receipt things and little notes about some Stampin' Up business stuff that I need to write down that I haven't gotten to yet. And then this is what I decided to do for my June. Since I'm splitting my June from the front and the back, I did this for this June. So I started my planner on the 8th. And so I made this, and I have a little bit more detail on that I'm going to insert into this video. So far I did get June, a monthly calendar done for this June since I wanted to start it, but I wanted the June spread month in the back for my last month here. So I have the June spread here. I don't know why I didn't realize this. I guess I just thought it was further in to the month. I didn't realize it was only the 8th today when I'm doing this. I know you're seeing this later, but I could have, that's only 8 days in, I could have probably just gone ahead and done a June to May flip, but it's okay. I'm alright with this, doing it this way, because that gives me June month to plan things as needed, but if I need to, before I decide in the spring what I want to do for my next year planner. So I got I just took a piece of Whisper White cardstock, cut it in half, and then I cut an inch off the bottom to make it fit in here the right size. So this is 8 by 5.5. So it is a little bit shorter because this would be 6 if you really wanted it to the full size. And I rounded the corners with my envelope punch board, the rounding corner end. And then these, you cannot punch this with a regular, with a regular 3-hole punch. Because with a regular 3-hole punch, it is this size, but the margins at the top and bottom are not the same as from here to there. So if you have one of those ones that doesn't have an end, then you're all set. You can get it lined up correctly where you want it, and you'll know where you need to have it sticking out. Mine, I can't do that because I have full ends on either side. So I just copied from one of these pieces of paper where I needed to punch my holes and used a hole punch. I mean, it was two holes. It's not bad. And I have a few more pieces of white cardstock ready to go for whatever I decide I want to use them for. I just gotta punch the holes in them. I might end up doing this kind of thing. So when I have things that I'm that I'm planning for, like say there's a special event that I need to plan for, like at church or something, or we went on vacation, I planned for that. Well, things like that, I usually do a full page and then start writing things down, what I need to do, what needs to be done before before the event happens. So I might use some of these for that as well, or depending on how much room I have. I like having it on a piece like this though, because then I can move it down, because like we went on vacation in May, but I was planning for it before May, so I had that like wherever I needed it at the time. But you can add things in like that. So now that you've watched that little clip about my inserts that I'm going to make, I was a little off on that day when I was making that video. So I hope that you kind of kept up with me. I don't know. It was just a little different that day. I don't know what it was. I think I was just felt like I was in such a hurry to get some of it done that it was not turning out the way I wanted it to. So what I'm going to show you now is what I have done so far with it. I have my June month here, and I have put in some of my tracking on the back of that. So I track my exercises, I track the girls' school, the days we do school, and the days I practice piano. And I did just, and I'm just using a regular Crayola marker to mark my days off, and I just went and sat down and practiced a song, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. So what I did was, I stamped in some raindrops. Those are from the Sprinkles of Life stamp set, and there is probably six raindrops on there. I cut it down because I didn't like the placing of the one, so I had 5. And after putting it in here, I didn't like it, so I cut it off again. So I now have, because I usually drink 4 water bottles full a day. I try to make sure I get my 4 water bottles. You can see that I missed about a half a water bottle those 2 days. And I want to make sure that I get those done. So that's what I'm tracking. I have been tracking my tea, but I figure I drink so much tea. You see, I even have some here. That I don't really care. I know that I'm drinking a lot of it. I want to make sure I get my 4 water bottles full of water a day. So I put that in there, and then I decided to do some weather on here, and I really like that. The sun is from the Glamper Greetings stamp set, and it's just the right size. If I use my Micron Pigma pen, my Pigma Micron pens, and I use the 3, I can get that, or even the 2 in there, real nice for my highs and lows for the day. And this little cloud is from the Lift Me Up bundle, or not bundle, from the Lift Me Up stamp set. So those are a few things that I'm using there. And then this one I'm going to tell you my one thing so far that I disliked about the planner, and that was the post-it notes. I was a little disappointed. The post-it notes don't really stick. I had one on here and it just like kept curling around there, and I'm like, it's going to end up falling off. I'm not going to have my to-do list of things that I need to keep remembering to do, because they're not necessarily things that I have to get done this week. Some of them are, some of them aren't, but there are things that I want to remember to get done rather soon, so I needed a to-do list. So my Thursday, I knew I was doing this that day, and I wasn't going to fill up much more than that. So I put a divider there and put my to-do list there. So that's the thing that I'm thinking that I'm going to need to figure out what I'm going to want to do for my to-do list on other weeks. I would probably say that I could pick a day to cut in half to do my to-do list on, but I never know which day that's going to be for that week at the beginning of the week. Probably mostly Thursdays is what I'm thinking. And I probably don't need to make it quite that big. I can write a little smaller and like move my to-dos over and put it like right there. But that's the one section that I'm missing for on here that I've noticed so far. But I'll figure out how I can do that. Or maybe I'll just use a regular post-it note that I know will stick and get that to stay in there. I don't know. And I decided that you probably can't see these because it's so light. The pool party's a lightish green minty color. Hey, it matches my mug too. They have these little dashes right at the end of the day of the week. So I decided at the end of that is where I'm going to put what I want to plan for my meals for that day. So that's what I did. And then things that I'm planning or I know are coming up on that day, I put down in the bottom. And then, like, today's my plan of what I wanted to do today. I don't have much planned for next week yet. We have a couple of appointments. I have a ladies' meeting and just things like that. Maybe something we'll do, maybe not. I didn't put it in here, but I need to pack. We have Father's Day. So that's what I've done so far for June. And then we have camp, so I did a little bit more with that. And then the following week. So what I wanted, and I ended up doing an insert for camp because I just really wanted to. And I wanted to use some of my new stamps with it, and I needed to make my list feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead. So I'm getting there with that. And then July, I did start just a little bit, basically just these. So this is going to be my exercise and my piano, and this one, this square here each month is going to be for school. So I'm going to write school in there, and then I can write any other little things that I might want to keep note of. Like the field trips we go on would probably be a good thing for me to write down in here, because then when I'm putting portfolios together at the end of the year, I can remember, oh, that I can go through this and say, oh, that month we went to here, let me go find the pictures, and things like that. So that I really think that's going to be nice to have for that. So that's going to be my school box, and then up here will be, like I said, my exercise and my piano. And then we'll see what I decide to do with these. I might add some things in, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to show you this when we were back here. This is because I usually need a list going throughout the week or weeks, depending, of what I need to get at the store the next time I go, because I don't go every week. Usually every other week, roughly. Sometimes we might stop here and there, like the quick store or something like that, or if I happen to be in town already. Anyway, I might. But I decided that instead of trying to fit it somewhere in here, I just put in little tabbies. It's just regular paper, copy paper, your everyday printer paper. I just cut them down. They're about 2 inches. I don't remember, 2 inches by 5.5. So 2 inches wide, 5.5, and then I just had a piece of paper, so I just made a few more, and that's what I stuck in here. So they're right here, ready to go, and I went ahead and I put a little bit of color around the outside, just so that I can kind of see the difference between, if like this is all white, and I have a whole white piece of paper, I want to be able to see the difference. So that's my list of what we need to get next time, and then once I put these on my shopping list and I get them, I can rip it out or move them on to the next one that I might need. And then this way I can even move it until like next week, because I'm probably not going to the store for this stuff until after, in a couple of weeks, because I just went not that long ago. So, my next thing that I wanted to show you, because I was telling you how I wanted to do some June at the beginning and some June at the end. Well, I'm actually thinking that I'm going to get more June pages at the end than I thought, because what I am doing, I only got through part of November, I believe. Yeah, right here. November with my dating. Oh, I started December. And as I'm doing this, I'm realizing I'm getting extra pages taken out, because I like to have a whole week at a glance open, and that includes whether it's the beginning or ending of a month. So when I figured that out, so like for this one, November starts on a Wednesday. So my October actually ends on the week that November starts. So when I'm going through, I have to make sure when I get to like in the 20s, say 22's here, I gotta count it out to make sure that when I get to over here, I end it on a day that has one of these at the end. Because I almost didn't do that. So I have one, I didn't notice it, and I have one of my pages right here that has some odd numbers on it. Because I wanted the end of each month to have this notebook paper, because I have some plans for that to use for either homeschool moms meetings or even just other maybe some business recording of things, I don't know, but I wanted each month to have one, and so I didn't want to end the month on one of these pages. So I think I ended up with 2 extras or something like that. So my June, I'm already up to 3 pages unused, 4 if I use this one, and I'm not even all the way through the year. So I'm thinking that I'm going to end up having extra pages, which will be nice too if I have even more extra pages. If I really mess something up that I know that I'm like, oh, I gotta change that, I might have one to insert. The only ones that I won't be able to do that with will be these end of the month ones with the lined paper on the end, or on the back side. Because like this one, it's the end of August. August ends on a Thursday, so my September starts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll move into my September tab, which is fine with me because ahead of time I can already have my trackers on here, and I can flip to those easily from here whenever I need to. But I really was pleasantly surprised by that for me, because that's the way I want it set up. If that's not the way you set it up and you want to make sure that your first day of July is behind the July monthly calendar, then that will be the way you set it up, and they have enough sheets in there for you to do that, if that's the way you want to do that. So I'm really like that, and can't really think of anything else right at the moment. There's a few things I did want to mention this, because some people are saying how there might be like too many pages in here. You might not want to carry all of these around, because like most people, even if you did half a year at a time of the weekly views, that's still quite a bit of paper you wouldn't need to carry around with you, and then you could fit other things in. So this you could leave in just the months and just take out your dailies. Just take out your daily sections and store those in one of the Memories and More craft albums, because they are just about the same size as this planner. I don't have this one open yet. I have it for another project, or I probably would have bought two had I known or thought of this. But they are almost the same size. Let me show you this. The craft binder is about the same size, so they are the same height. They are about the same width, or depth. That would be width, height. Their depth is what's off. The Memories and More planner is about ½ inch bigger. So if you wanted to keep some of your upcoming ones or previous ones as you start using it in an extra one, you could get an extra one of these. These aren't all that expensive, and you would have this one that has the stuff in it that you really need, and then this would just be your backup one, like your extras and your supplies, even, because you could even keep your oh, it's already scratched up. You could even keep your extra stickers in here if you wanted to, or something like that. So I may or may not do that. I haven't decided just yet. It probably depends once I get the school papers that I need for us for the year in here, and if it seems like it's really bulky, then I might take some out. Go ahead and take some of these extra ones out that I don't need right now. But we'll see when I get that done. Hopefully soon, because we are starting school in July. So, but that's the fun planner. I hope you enjoyed today's video about setting some of the setup. I know it wasn't quite as long as the other ones, but we will come back again next Monday to see what else we can do with our planner. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back again soon. And I hope you have a great day. Bye!